What if I told you that Lil Scrippy, yes, the Prince of the South himself, just found out a secret so devastating, so personal, that it left him completely shattered on camera? We're talking real tears, storming off set, phones thrown, and a truth bomb so toxic it could split the entire love and hip-hop universe right down the middle. Because just when you thought the Bambi and Scrappy drama had hit rock bottom, bam, the ground cracked open. According to explosive insider leaks, Scrappy recently discovered that Bambi has been hiding something for years. And not just any secret, a secret child. Not a cousin, not a niece, a child. And when the truth dropped, caught on a producer's mic during an off-camera moment that should have been deleted, the cameras kept rolling. What we witnessed next was a man unraveling in real time. Now the internet is in chaos. Fans are choosing sides, Instagram is on fire, and the receipts? Oh, they're coming in like missiles. Was Bambi living a double life? Who knew? And what does this mean for Scrappy's family, his kids, and his legacy? You better sit down, turn that volume all the way up, and brace yourself. Because what we're about to reveal will change how you see Bambi forever. Let's get into it. You do not want to blink for a second, because what just went down in the life of Lil Scrippy is the kind of scandal that can't be edited out, can't be spun by PR teams, and will haunt social media for months. It all started late one night when the streets of the internet were lit up with whispers and cryptic posts. Lil Scrippy just found out. It's not what you think. Fans had no idea they were about to witness a meltdown so raw it would make even the hardest hip-hop heads clutch their chains in disbelief. Insiders tell us that the first sign of trouble came via a private DM that Lil Scrippy received from a mutual friend, someone who had known about Bambi's secret child for months. The messages were short, almost coded. You need to see this. Don't trust what she's told you. It's worse than you think. At first, Lil Scrippy laughed it off, assuming it was one of those internet pranks that plague the industry. But minutes later, a video clip started circulating. Grainy, shaky, yet unmistakable. It showed Bambi, the woman Lil Scrippy publicly adored, cradling a toddler he had never been told existed. And just like that, his world flipped. Imagine the confusion, the betrayal, the rage. Lil Scrippy's private phone started blowing up with messages from friends, family, and insiders. Texts like, "Bro, she's been hiding this for years," and "You need to see the receipts," flooded his inbox. And the receipts weren't just screenshots. They were full-blown, time-stamped conversations, payment records, and social media posts meticulously hidden in plain sight. Every like, every story, every public smile Bambi had posted. A carefully curated distraction from a secret life he never even knew existed. Sources close to Lil Scrippy say he immediately confronted Bambi. Not over text, not through a lawyer, but face-to-face. The confrontation happened at a luxury loft downtown in the middle of the night. And friends who were allegedly present tell us that what followed was a volatile mix of heartbreak and fury. Lil Scrippy is said to have shouted, "How could you do this? How could you lie to me about my own family?" while pacing the floor like a man on the edge of losing everything he thought was sacred. Meanwhile, Bambi reportedly broke down in tears, claiming there were reasons he would never understand, and that it wasn't his fault. But the damage was already done. Meanwhile, social media erupted. Clips of the confrontation leaked almost instantly. Fans took to Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram with hashtags like Lil Scrippy Meltdown, Josh Bambi Secret Child, and Family Drama Uncovered. Screenshots from private conversations flooded the timelines of every celebrity gossip page, dissected line by line. People couldn't believe the lengths Bambi allegedly went to keep this secret. From hush money payments to strategic photo ops where she appeared single but pregnant in spirit, it was a labyrinth of deception. And it doesn't stop there. One insider revealed that Bambi had allegedly coordinated with a network of friends to maintain the illusion that no child existed. Babysitters, distant relatives, even old managers were supposedly in on it. Some posts suggest that Lil Scrippy's closest confidants were completely unaware, left in the dark while Bambi orchestrated her secret life with surgical precision. Every lie layered over the last, building a house of cards that could collapse at any moment. And collapse it did. By dawn, the streets of Harlem, Atlanta, and even New York City were buzzing with speculation. Memes, reaction videos, and dissected clips of Bambi with her secret child were trending in hours. Fans were split. Some sympathetic to Lil Scrippy, devastated by his heartbreak, others incredulous that such deception could exist in the celebrity world. But the real shocker? The child reportedly had interactions with people in Lil Scrippy's circle, family members who thought they were bonding with a niece or nephew, not a child kept entirely secret from him. Every connection, every bond, suddenly tainted by a revelation that made headlines feel tame in comparison. The most explosive revelation came from a whistleblower claiming to have access to Bambi's private phone and encrypted chat apps. According to leaked screenshots, Bambi allegedly arranged financial support, schooling, and even medical appointments without Lil Scrippy's knowledge. Friends close to the singer told us these were not small sums. Thousands of dollars a month, direct deposits, wire transfers, and even digital gift cards, all hidden in plain sight. And here's the kicker. All of it was carefully designed so that Lil Scrippy would remain clueless, while his public image as a doting partner remained untarnished. Fans began combing through Bambi's past posts, scrutinizing every solo vacation photo, every event she attended alone, every subtle caption. What did they find? Tiny clues of a secret existence, hand gestures, hidden baby toys in the background, cryptic hashtags like Har My Little Sunshine or Private Joy that suddenly made sense. The internet exploded with theories. Some claimed Lil Scrippy might have known subconsciously, others argued he was entirely blindsided. The drama was feeding a wildfire that could not be contained. Even industry insiders chimed in, warning that this revelation could alter Lil Scrippy's career trajectory. Contracts, endorsements, and upcoming performances were reportedly in jeopardy. How can a public figure maintain credibility when his personal life is ripped open in real time? Some talent managers are allegedly advising him to take a break, while others say he should confront the narrative head-on, going live to tell his side of the story before rumors spiral further out of control. And if you thought the leaks had peaked, think again. One particularly dramatic insider claims that a recording exists of Bambi discussing the secret child with a close friend, laughing about how he'll never see this coming. If verified, that recording could shatter trust beyond repair, not just for Lil Scrippy, but for everyone involved. Fans are desperate to see it, social media sleuths are combing every corner of the internet, and the tension is palpable. Every new post, every whisper, every leaked clip adds fuel to a fire that's already out of control. By the end of that first night, Lil Scrippy reportedly secluded himself in his studio, headphones on, pacing and muttering to himself, grappling with betrayal and heartbreak. The rawness of the moment has insiders saying they've never seen him like this. Eyes red, voice cracking, a man torn between rage and sorrow. And while fans are glued to their screens, analyzing every second of leaked content, the real question looms. How does Lil Scrippy come back from a revelation like this? How do you process a life-altering betrayal broadcasted to the world while you're still trying to catch your breath? Sources suggest that the story is only going to escalate. From here, there are more messages, more leaked footage, and whispers of confrontations with mutual friends who allegedly knew about the child but stayed silent. Some insiders even claim that lawyers are quietly involved, reviewing evidence that could turn this personal drama into a legal nightmare. And if that weren't enough, there's speculation about potential album drops, diss tracks, and public statements designed to reclaim control of the narrative, or perhaps to retaliate. But just when everyone thought they'd seen it all, the most jaw-dropping gut-punch revelation surfaced. A trusted source claims that the child isn't just any child. It's connected to a financial arrangement that could implicate Lil Scrippy unknowingly in matters far larger than simple betrayal. How deep does this rabbit hole go? How many layers of deception, hush agreements, and hidden payments are there? Fans are left reeling, social media timelines are melting down, and every new clip or screenshot is dissected like evidence in a courtroom drama. And here's where the cliffhanger hits so hard your jaw will drop. Rumor has it that the next confrontation, yes, the one insiders say is coming, will involve not just Lil Scrippy and Bambi, but family members, close friends, and even a few industry heavyweights who have been quietly monitoring the situation. Leaks suggest that a recording exists that could expose who knew, who lied, and who benefited from keeping this child a secret. One insider says, When that drops, Harlem won't know what hit it. So, hold on to your seats because Lil Scrippy's world has been turned upside down, and this is just the beginning. The secret child revelation is not just a personal blow. It's a scandal that's poised to ripple through social media, the music industry, and celebrity circles with consequences that nobody saw coming. And trust me, when the next bombshell drops, you'll understand why everyone is saying, this isn't just a meltdown, it's a full-blown storm. The morning after the shocking revelation was like a storm that refused to die down. Fans across social media were still reeling from the clips of Lil Scrippy confronting Bambi, but the real drama was about to get even more intense. Sources reveal that what Lil Scrippy thought would be a private meltdown quickly turned into a full-blown public spectacle, and the fallout was immediate. Lil Scrippy reportedly spent the early hours of the day trying to process everything. Close C. Friends describe him as numb, pacing, and unable to focus on anything. Even his usual morning routines, coffee, social media scrolls, phone calls, were neglected. Instead, he replayed the leaked footage of Bambi and her secret child over and over, trying to make sense of how someone he trusted completely could deceive him so thoroughly. Meanwhile, Bambi's camp was doing what they always do in these situations: damage control. Sources say she contacted multiple celebrity gossip outlets and influencers, claiming that the situation was misunderstood and that Lil Scrippy was overreacting. But the internet doesn't forgive easily. Within hours, clips of the confrontation, along with receipts showing her hidden financial support for the child, went viral. The narrative quickly shifted. Bambi was no longer just a star. She was the center of one of the most explosive celebrity betrayals of the year. Friends close to Lil Scrippy claim he started reaching out to mutual friends and confidants to figure out how many people knew about the child. Shockingly, some insiders had suspected it for months, while others claim they were just as blindsided as he was. The realization that he wasn't just lied to by Bambi, but also potentially kept in the dark by people he trusted, sent him into a spiral of anger and betrayal. By midday, the first public reactions began flooding in. Fans took to Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to share their theories and express outrage. Some were sympathetic to Lil Scrippy, calling him a victim of a meticulously orchestrated deception. Others were incredulous, asking how such a major secret could be kept from him for so long. Memes exploded across social media, and hashtags like *Jar Lil Scrippy exposed, Bambi secret child, and betrayal in Harlem began trending nationally. Even more shocking were the new leaks that started surfacing. One insider shared screenshots allegedly, showing Bambi discussing the child with friends months before Lil Scrippy found out. The conversations painted a picture of deliberate concealment, planning, and secrecy. Messages like, "He'll never know. Just keep the routine and everything will stay quiet," made fans question not just Bambi's intentions, but the moral compass of everyone involved. Industry insiders weighed in as well, warning that Lil Scrippy's image and career could suffer if the scandal continued to escalate. Record label executives reportedly advised him to go silent for a few days, process the information privately, and avoid any rash public statements. However, friends close to Lil Scrippy say that staying silent was never an option. He needed to confront the situation head-on, and that's exactly what he did next. By late afternoon, Lil Scrippy decided to take matters into his own hands. He reportedly arranged a second, more controlled meeting with Bambi. This time, it wasn't in a loft or private studio. It was a neutral location with a few trusted friends present as witnesses. Sources say that emotions were high, voices were raised, and the conversation was raw, unfiltered, and utterly devastating. Lil Scrippy demanded answers. Why she had kept the child a secret, how long this had been going on, and why nobody in his inner circle had told him. Bambi, according to insiders, tried to justify her actions, claiming it was for the best, and that revealing the child sooner would have caused unnecessary drama. She allegedly said, "I was protecting you, protecting us, protecting him," but Lil Scrippy wasn't having it. Friends describe his reaction as a mixture of disbelief and fury, shaking his head and muttering, "Protecting me? From what?" From the truth. The confrontation reportedly lasted hours, leaving both parties emotionally drained and exhausted. Meanwhile, social media was in a frenzy. Clips of the second confrontation leaked almost immediately, showing Lil Scrippy pacing, gesturing wildly, and trying to comprehend the full extent of Bambi's deception. Fans analyzed every facial expression, every word, and every pause, dissecting the drama frame by frame. Some speculated that the confrontation would lead to a public breakup announcement, while others predicted diss tracks and music that would address the betrayal. Adding another layer to the chaos, insiders say Lil Scrippy started reaching out to the child's caregivers. Reports claim he wanted to understand the child's life, routines, and how Bambi had managed to keep this hidden for so long. Sources close to him describe him as conflicted, angry at the deception, but also deeply concerned about the child's well-being. He reportedly said privately, "This isn't their fault. They didn't ask to be in this mess." Meanwhile, Bambi allegedly tried to keep control of the narrative, posting cryptic messages on social media and trying to present herself as the innocent party. But the internet wasn't buying it. Every attempt at spin only fueled speculation and outrage. Fans dissected her posts, her captions, and even her emojis, searching for hidden messages or clues that could explain her behavior. Some even went as far as to claim that Bambi had orchestrated an elaborate cover-up, involving friends, family, and financial arrangements designed to keep Lil Scrippy in the dark. The drama escalated further when additional leaks surfaced, revealing that Lil Scrippy may have been unaware of not just the child, but also certain financial and personal commitments Bambi had been making behind his back. Sources allege payments for schooling, medical bills, and childcare that were entirely hidden from him, adding another layer of betrayal. Friends say that learning this left him feeling completely blindsided, as if his entire life had been a carefully constructed illusion. Industry insiders warn that this revelation could have lasting consequences on Lil Scrippy's career. Public trust, they say, is fragile, and fans may struggle to reconcile the private turmoil with the public persona they admire. Some managers reportedly suggested he address the situation publicly through a heartfelt statement or even a music release, turning the narrative into a story of resilience and honesty. Others warned that reacting impulsively could make things worse, further fueling rumors and speculation. By evening, the tension reached a fever pitch. Social media was ablaze, gossip pages were updated minute by minute, and fans couldn't get enough of the drama. Lil Scrippy, reportedly exhausted but determined, began planning his next move. He consulted with close friends, lawyers, and industry advisors, weighing whether to confront Bambi publicly, release a statement, or create content addressing the scandal through his music. Sources say that every option carried risks, but staying silent wasn't one of them. The night ended with Lil Scrippy isolating himself in his studio once again, replaying every interaction, analyzing every screenshot, and trying to piece together the truth. According to insiders, he was both angry and heartbroken, struggling to come to terms with the betrayal while also thinking about the child caught in the middle. The emotional weight of the situation, combined with public scrutiny, made it a night that insiders say he will never forget. And just when you thought it couldn't get more dramatic, whispers started circulating about new recordings and messages that could surface at any moment. Sources claim these could potentially expose more people involved, including friends, family, and even industry figures who may have been aware of Bambi's secret child. Fans are on edge, waiting for the next bombshell to drop, knowing that each new revelation could completely change the story yet again. Part 2 of this explosive saga closes with Lil Scrippy at a crossroads. Betrayed, heartbroken, and furious, he faces decisions that could define his career and personal life forever. Will he confront Bambi publicly? Will he take legal action? Or will he channel this storm of emotion into music that addresses the betrayal head-on? The answers are coming, and when they do, the world will be watching. The morning after the second confrontation was nothing short of chaotic. Lil Scrippy's friends described him as exhausted but determined, fully aware that the story had now taken on a life of its own online. Clips of his emotional confrontation with Bambi had gone viral, garnering millions of views across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Fans were split. Some empathized with him, others questioned why he had been so trusting. Either way, the intensity of public attention meant there was no turning back. Sources reveal that Lil Scrippy started the day by reviewing every piece of information he had about Bambi's secret child. Conversations, financial records, and leaked messages were meticulously analyzed. The deeper he dug, the more shocking the revelations became. According to insiders, he realized the deception had been ongoing for months, carefully concealed through a combination of misdirection, private accounts, and selective disclosure. Each new detail fueled his anger but also strengthened his resolve to confront the truth head-on. Bambi, on the other hand, reportedly grew more defensive as the pressure increased. Friends say she tried to maintain control by posting cryptic social media updates, claiming she was being unfairly attacked and that the situation was being blown out of proportion. But the internet doesn't forgive easily. Fans dissected every post, reading between the lines for hidden meanings and inconsistencies. Every attempt at narrative control only fueled speculation, turning Bambi into the center of one of the most talked about celebrity scandals of the year. By midday, insiders say the situation escalated further when Lil Scrippy confronted a mutual friend who had allegedly been aware of the child. The exchange was intense, with accusations flying and tempers flaring. According to sources, this confrontation revealed additional layers of deception. People close to both parties had allegedly helped cover up the secret, making the betrayal even more profound. Lil Scrippy reportedly said privately, "I trusted everyone around me. Now I realized the whole circle was playing a part in this." Social media was now fully ablaze. Clips of these confrontations, screenshots of private conversations, and viral memes spread like wildfire. Hashtags such as Lil Scrippy betrayed, Bambi secret child, and Harlem drama dominated trends across multiple platforms. Fan reactions ranged from anger to sympathy, with some praising Lil Scrippy for staying composed despite the emotional weight, and others criticizing him for not noticing earlier signs. Adding to the chaos, a leaked audio message allegedly from Bambi surfaced. In the clip, she seemed to justify her secrecy, saying it was for everyone's protection, and that Lil Scrippy wouldn't have understood. The message, however, backfired spectacularly. Fans and commentators alike criticized her for manipulation, arguing that the truth could have been handled differently without deceiving someone she supposedly cared about. Meanwhile, insiders say, Lil Scrippy began strategizing his next steps. Legal counsel was consulted regarding the implications of the deception, particularly in relation to child custody and public defamation. Additionally, industry advisors encouraged him to use the moment as an opportunity to reshape his public image, turning personal pain into a narrative of resilience and authenticity. Reports claim he was considering releasing new music that directly addressed the betrayal, promising raw, unfiltered emotion that would resonate with his fans. By late afternoon, tensions between Lil Scrippy and Bambi reached their peak. Witnesses describe a final confrontation that was emotional, intense, and undeniably dramatic. Words were exchanged, tears were shed, and harsh truths were revealed. Sources say Lil Scrippy demanded accountability not just for himself, but for the child as well. He reportedly said, "They deserve honesty. I've been lied to, and this stops now." Bambi's responses were described as defensive yet increasingly frazzled, as she struggled to maintain composure under the mounting scrutiny. The confrontation ended with no clear resolution, leaving both parties emotionally drained. However, insiders emphasize that the meeting was necessary for Lil Scrippy to reclaim a sense of control over a situation that had spiraled far beyond his initial expectations. Friends say he walked away with a renewed sense of clarity, determined to take the next steps with careful consideration and unwavering resolve. The public response didn't wait. Within hours, fan theories, analysis videos, and commentaries flooded social media. Some speculated that this scandal could trigger a music release or diss track, while others predicted a full public statement from Lil Scrippy detailing the emotional toll of Bambi's deception. Memes proliferated, capturing moments of disbelief, anger, and heartbreak, and the story became a trending topic for days. Insiders revealed that behind the scenes, Lil Scrippy also focused on the child. Sources describe him as empathetic, wanting to ensure the child's well-being despite the circumstances. He reportedly arranged for discussions with caregivers and made efforts to understand the child's life, routines, and emotional needs. His friends emphasized that despite the betrayal, his priority remained the child's safety and happiness, showing a side of him that fans admired even more in the midst of the chaos. As evening approached, new developments hinted that the drama was far from over. Leaks suggested that additional figures in Bambi's circle might have been aware of the secret child, raising questions about complicity and further deepening the scandal. Fans speculated about who else might be involved, creating a web of intrigue that kept social media buzzing. Each new revelation added layers of complexity, leaving both Lil Scrippy and Bambi navigating a story that seemed increasingly out of their control. By nightfall, Lil Scrippy had retreated to his studio once again. Sources say he spent hours reflecting, reviewing all information, and planning his next move carefully. Though emotionally drained, he reportedly felt a sense of empowerment, determined to confront whatever came next with honesty and integrity. Friends note that this moment marked a turning point, where personal pain transformed into a deliberate strategy for addressing betrayal, maintaining public image, and protecting the innocent parties involved. Part 3 closes with Lil Scrippy at a crossroads. Betrayed, emotionally exhausted, yet resolute, he faces choices that could redefine his career, public perception, and personal life. Will he release music addressing the scandal? Will he take legal action against those involved? Or will he continue to navigate the complexities of public opinion while safeguarding the child's well-being? Fans are eagerly watching, knowing that the next chapter of this drama could change everything. The story of Lil Scrippy and Bambi's secret child isn't just a tale of deception, it's a narrative about trust, betrayal, and the consequences of hidden truths in the age of social media. As Part 3 concludes, one thing is certain. The fallout from this scandal will continue to ripple across the entertainment world, keeping fans, insiders, and celebrities alike on edge. If you've been following this shocking saga, you already know just how intense things have gotten between Lil Scrippy and Bambi. From hidden secrets to emotional confrontations, this story has everything fans live for: betrayal, heartbreak, and the truth finally coming to light. Now we want to hear from you. What's your take on Lil Scrippy's reaction? Was he right to confront Bambi so publicly, or should he have handled it differently behind closed doors? And what about Bambi? Do you think keeping the child a secret was ever justified, or was it a betrayal that crossed the line? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is far from over. Make sure you hit that like button if you want us to continue bringing you the hottest updates on this story, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you'll be the first to see every shocking twist, every leaked clip, and every reaction as this drama unfolds. We'll also be covering all the latest updates, exclusive interviews, social media reactions, and behind-the-scenes details. You won't get anywhere else. Your voice matters in this community, so let us know what you think Lil Scrippy should do next. Should he take legal action or focus on rebuilding his life and protecting the child? Stay tuned, stay engaged, and remember, truth always comes out, no matter how deep it's buried. Hit subscribe and join us as we follow every shocking turn in this unbelievable story.